So I have a few comments tonight, but and I just happened, because I was pulling up an email the chief sent me, I just happened to pull up my emails, and I got some emails tonight. And I get a lot of, we all do, but I get some really nasty emails. But I figured since I got it tonight, I'll share this one with you. I hope you get cancer. And then there's a bunch of other stuff, and then I truly hope you or your family face karma and see what it's like to try to get treatment or ER services and you can't. You are truly an evil person. That's the kind of stuff that we get, okay, for doing our jobs, providing facts, and this board does a great job of following the Constitution, following the law. I don't think we've done anything that's ever violated that, and we do it publicly, even to the point where, we have to take heat for doing that. We don't do it behind closed doors. We don't just set some policy. We do it so everyone knows. So these are the types of people that, unfortunately, we have to deal with, and so it's unfortunate. And back to logic and facts. How about we use those? And tonight, I want to talk about two issues that, unfortunately, just seem to continue to dominate our lives, which none of us really want to. That's COVID and crime. Earlier today, I gave an update on the information sent to me by Cook County Board President Preckwinkle to support her mandate. You can watch that online and see all the details about it. It's a draconian mandate which clearly targets children, since nearly all our seniors and adults are fully vaccinated at this point. I want to thank Commissioner Morrison for joining me in publicly questioning these mandates that were targeting our children from the moment they came out. These efforts led to President Preckwinkle and the Cook County Department of Public Health backtracking from their position on mandating vaccinations for children under 18 in park district and municipal programs. The question I have is, why do elected officials keep making children bear the brunt of this pandemic? At the beginning of the pandemic, schools were shut down, parks were closed, and we were told not to let children take part in organized activities. Even worse, remember when we were told how children were going to infect and kill their grandparents? Then came remote learning and mandates for no school sports or extracurricular activities. Proms and homecomings were canceled. Then this school year, it was mask mandates that were optional for school districts until they weren't. Now we have the Chicago Teachers Union and others pushing to go back to remote learning at the same time as school report card data is being released that shows steep declines in student performance as a result of school closures and remote learning, especially among low-income students. Enough. Stop targeting our children and damaging their lives now and into the future. I have shown the numbers many times. The flu kills more children than COVID. H1N1 killed 4 to 5 times more children than COVID. Children are 10 times more likely to die of suicide than of COVID, and that number scarily is rising. The lowest case rates for any age group are for children under 20. The hospitalization rates for children are 98% less, and the morbidity rates are 99.96% less than for people over 80. That means that a child under 20 is 2,500 times more likely to survive a case of COVID than an adult over 80. 2,500 times. Meanwhile, this week SAT scores for the state showed 17% fewer students met English standards, 18% fewer met math standards compared to last year. We must stop doing this to our children. If you are a youth association, a business, a school district, or a park district, I urge you to not let government mandates by politicians or bureaucrats pitch you against children, families, and parents, or put you between parents, children, and their doctors. Those of you on these boards have the ability, and I think the responsibility, to do what is best for our children at this point and stand up to this. The Village of Orland Park has repeatedly demonstrated that this can be done. You can take the pandemic seriously, and we have, and keep people healthy without destroying children's lives. We made common sense changes to our programs to make them as safe as possible. Then we continued with these programs. We did not close parks. We kept our preschools open. We allowed youth sports to continue. We continued to host children's events and tried to make life as normal as possible for our kids. In doing so, we maintained a lower case rate than the county or state, in spite of Orland Park having an older than average population, older than either of these other two groups. The second issue I wanted to talk about is crime. Our hearts go out to the family and friends of Wayne County Deputy Sheriff Sean Riley, who was killed in the line of duty, and Bradley Police Officer Sergeant Marlene Ritmanak, also killed in the line of duty, and Officer Tyler Bailey, who is fighting for his life currently. The career criminal that was arrested for this heinous act in Bradley has been arrested 21 times since 2014 and was out on a no-cash bond. This has got to stop. We need to protect our officers, our citizens, and our children by prosecuting crime and keeping violent criminals behind bars. I want to thank our department and our officers for their continued hard work keeping us safe. It is not easy keeping Orland Square the safest mall in Chicagoland, especially when you factor in the smash and grabs and shootings now prevalent throughout the region, thanks to the lax criminal prosecutions by Kim Foxx and the lack of support for the Chicago Police Department by their mayor, Lori Lightfoot. The proactive efforts of our fine officers in cooperation with Simon Properties has made this possible, and thank you, Chief. I look forward to the 2021 crime statistic update at the next board meeting, so everyone knows that that's coming. Chief Mitchell, thank you again for the hard work of the entire department. I also want to read to you, because I get these every week, and these are the good news. Late evening on November 30th, my dad made a frantic 911 call to your department. He was in desperate need of help for my mom. Several squad cars were dispatched to their home. Though we lost our mom that night, we thank you for your help. All the respect and kindness your team showed our family did not go unnoticed. Every day your team made a commitment to serve our community. Your entire team has our thanks and heartfelt appreciation for all that you do every single day. I get these between every meeting, I get at least one of these. So, Chief, again, thank you for all your hard work. Joel and your team, thank you for, I know we've only had one snow event, but you did a great job on it. And I know, because we talked, that you actually hadn't had an event yet, so you actually did an exercise. And as I told Joel at the time, you can take Joel out of the military, but you can't take military out of Joel. And so they were ready for that event. So it went very, very well. So thank you very much. I want to thank staff for all that they do. I hope everyone has a great 2022. I hope we put this stuff behind us. We put COVID behind us. We start to get our criminal prosecutions back to where they should be and start protecting our citizens the way we should, so that by the end of 22, we're looking at a much better 2023.